welcome back in another video. This video will dedicate a few minutes to talk about something that is called enhanced training. Now, enhanced training is a kind of training that happens usually for people who are trying to develop their language skills or their skills, their athletic skills, their mental skills, any kind of skills that require amount of sustainable effort to do it. Now, the point to be made here from this video is that there is a technical stuff that we need to know in order to understand the process of enhanced training. In order to understand that, we need to delve deep in the brain of the human being in order to understand how it processes the information and how it deals with the amount of effort and how it distributes the effort in terms of, when it comes to language learning. Now, language learning is one of the quintessential elements of the human being. Language learning, in fact, not like any other activity that the human does, that requires a lot of consciousness, that requires a lot of meticulous taste of words. You need to be careful when to say something and how to say it and where to say it. And in addition to that, you need to pay attention to the tone, stress, pitches of the sound of your voice. So when you hear the sound of your voice, you're 100% the maestro of the party, and you are the coordinator of whatever you say to the other people so that they understand you. In science, there's something called myelin.
The axons that exist in the white matter are wrapped with a fatty substance called myelin, and it's this myelin covering, or sheath, that seems to change with practice. Myelin is similar to insulation on electrical cables. It prevents energy loss from electrical signals that the brain uses, moving them more efficiently along neural pathways. Some recent studies in mice suggest that the repetition of a physical motion increases the layers of myelin sheath that insulates the axons. And the more layers, the greater the insulation around the axon chains, forming a sort of superhighway for information connecting your brain to your muscles.
Myelin is a kind of coating that connects the nervous nodes, or the kind of connections that send the signal from the brain to the muscles. Now, muscles do not, by themselves think. They receive instructions from the brain. Now, when it comes to language learning, one of the important elements to understand, and according to science, is that the more you enhance your sustainable training, your space training, the stronger the myelins that coating the nerves will be, and then it will reduce the amount of energy, so to speak, that is lost while sending the signal. So the more you do sustainable training, the more you habitually adjust yourself and adapt yourself to particular type of training, the stronger you will be. Now, we need to copy that and paste it on the application of language learning. Language learning does not come haphazardly, does not come over a short period of time, unless you're a genius like an Albert Einstein character or having the mental process of Stephen Hawking. Now, typically speaking, we're talking about a standard person. A standard person learns language on average of 6 months to 1.5 years, and that goes up or down based on the level of difficulty of the language and the level of inflection and derivation of the language itself, whether that's Chinese or Russian or Spanish or German or any kind of language around the world. Now, there is an interesting fact that the amount of sustainable training that you do over a short period of time or medium period of time will enhance your skills to acquire and accumulate more vocabulary. Now, going back to the point that I just mentioned here, the point is this. The brain sends signals to the articulation. Sometimes you have difficulty saying something, but you hear it in a sound way in your mind, but when you say it, it just comes out or it falls apart and it does not match the thing or the sound that you heard in your mind. And that happens just because there's a little bit of miscoordination or no coordination between the articulation and the competence of the personality, or your linguistic repertoire is not matching the same amount of performance that you're producing, according to Chomsky. Now, the point here is that the more training you do, the stronger the connection and relationship between your articulation and your competence, your personal ability or your personal faculty to produce language. Now, if you do sustainable training, you'll become better. How you can do it, if you're studying, scientifically speaking, all the nerve nodes that connect and send the signals become stronger because of the coating of the myelin, that kind of substance that reduces the amount of lost energy or lost signal or lost electricity that is sent from the brain to the muscles of articulation will be, and in this way you'll become stronger speaker of English. The point to be made here in a nutshell, try to do sustainable training, even for shorter period of times, but for long period of training. That's the point that I just wanted to make in this video. Have a wonderful day.